Hey guys, we're the Darth Mells.
Today we're going to be showing you guys this brand new Force Effects Black Series Asajj Ventress lightsaber. So let's check that out.
Yep, this is Black Series. Just showing you guys all the angles. This is brand new in-box. Hey guys, here's a closer look at the box from the Darth Mells. We left out, there's a nice coupler description on there. You can see the great Asajj Ventress image. Also, this is obviously number 11 in some type of series. Go down the line, yep, 14 years or older. Nice Force Effects logo. I am very impressed. It seems like high quality. Looking at this box, a little bit of Chinese type writing, and again that number 11.
Alright guys, let's open this up.
Let's see what is inside.
Ooh,
There she
very
is
good
in the
package.
plastic. So if you come down here, Darth Mel, you can see that we obviously have the saber, and we have, this is the stand that has to be put together, and this is the base of the stand. This looks like instructions, and then we have some tools. So it looks like the battery pack. This looks like the end, the bottom portion of the saber, and then this is the coupler if you have two of them.
Ooh, yeah, very well packaged.
Yes, looks very nice.
Alright guys, we're going to be taking a closer look at the components of the lightsaber.
So first of all, we have a very heavy pommel piece. It comes with the battery that will go on the pommel. It looks like a 3-prong type connector. It is 3 AAAs. And it comes with the L type screw and 2 screws to fasten the pommel piece. And then we're going to take a first real look at this saber itself.
Looks nice.
The Asajj Ventress. So you can see that there's a matchup of 3 prongs that have to go into these 3 holes. And as far as the pommel goes, it can only go on one way. If you try to put it on the opposite way, it will not connect. So it goes on one way. Alright guys, so our first impression on this lightsaber is that it definitely feels very robust and heavy, and definitely has a good metal durable feel for the money. We got ours at GameStop. Got it for a great deal at $105. Normally these are closer to $200. As you can see, there is this red, which looks like it would be an awesome ignition switch, but it is not. Your ignition switch is actually right here. And online, before we bought this, there was some reviews saying that this emitter is a little wobbly, and it definitely has some play in the emitter. I can feel it moving around a little bit. I don't want to say sloppy, but there's definitely a little bit of extra movement in there. So unless maybe you can tighten these down a little more or something, there's definitely a little bit of play in this emitter. Also holding it, I do kind of feel like it does have a great feel, but these bars kind of feel slightly inconvenient. I know it's not a piece that FX isn't really a piece that normally you do a lot of cosplay and battling with, because you can't change the blade. The blades do not come out. But it doesn't feel like it has the smoothest grip, even though it's nice and nicely shaped. It feels like these kind of get in the way. All right, and one more thing to add, ours is brand new, and there's definitely a few flaws that came on the handle, a couple little like scratches. And again, this is coming brand new from the Hasbro shop. So be aware of that, and again, be aware of a little bit of this play in the blade. We're going to let you guys get a chance to check out the sound and see what you think. That's another thing that's a little bit awkward to get to the ignition switch. You'd rather it be your thumb, but if you were using your thumb, you'd have this upside down. So here's the ignition. And off. Give you one more back on.
Kind of good smooth swing.
Yeah, well, we're going to turn the lights off here in a second and show you guys with the lights off and check out its sensitivity. Alright guys, here's the Asajj Ventress in the dark, or at least lower lighting. Sensitivity not that great.
Yeah, not that well.
It's okay. Sometimes good and responsive, sometimes a little delayed.
I like
Darth
that.
Maul, what do you think of the sound?
I like the ignition and disignition. I feel like it's not as loud as I thought it was going to be. And I don't like the smooth swing really that much. I haven't really heard any clashes yet.
I don't notice a light change in the clash. And the smooth swing is debatable. Sometimes it responds.
Sometimes it seems like it does nothing when he swings it. It just seems like after he swings it, it makes a noise. 3 seconds delayed.
Definitely questionable on whether the sensitivity is well. I agree with Darth Mel that this speaker is not as loud as I would like it to be, but I think that's kind of normal with force effects. And I don't see a light color change real good when you have the flash on clash.
Yeah, usually it changes color.
Alright guys, we're going to break this down into a couple sections or categories. So first we're going to talk to you guys about maybe like what it looks like or kind of the feel. So you can go ahead and go first, Darth Mel. What do you think?
So the looks, I thought overall it looks great. I like just the detail, the gray like tint of it. I enjoy that color. This almost looks like wood. I can see like little
There's like wood grain in it.
Yeah, wood grain. And I thought it looks great. I think it looks awesome. What's your opinion?
Yeah, overall it feels really like metal, and it looks like metal, and it kind of has like that nice brass metal look to it. As far as the feel of the heaviness, we both can agree that it's plenty heavy and it feels pretty good in your hand. The only setback about the feel, we feel like, is that blade does have some wobble, and even though it does feel good in your hand, these bars kind of get in your way of feeling like it's real smooth.
Yeah. And the button is hard to...
Yeah, the ignition switch isn't really convenient to get to. It's not super hard, but it is another slight drawback.
Alright guys, now we're going to be able to talk about sound. So, let's talk about that. I think it has a great kind of purr to it, but it's hard to hear. I I think it's doesn't have a great smooth swing. I don't know if that counts as sound, but
It's function.
yeah, it's function. Yeah, I don't think it sounds the best. It isn't that loud, really. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think the sound, which most people would like to know, is that it's not very clear. It does have a decent ignition, and it does have a nice little growl or purr to it, but it's not very clear. It's kind of distorty like a muffled speaker. So besides that, again, the sound of the ignition is decent, and the speaker's not loud enough, and the sound is kind of muffly and not super clear. Alright guys, so now we're going to talk about some of the function of it, and the main obviously function is it does work well with the ignition. It goes in and out. We didn't have any glitches as far as that goes. The function of the smooth swing seemed very inaccurate. It's probably better than some of the FX sabers that I heard that you take the blades out of. They basically have none. So it did work sometimes, and I did like that. Again, legacy lightsabers, they don't have any great smooth swing or anything like that. So it's not like it was worse, than the legacy lightsabers. And yeah, that's my thoughts on some of the function. What about you?
The function, I'm with you. I don't think the smooth swing is great, like, at all. When you swing it, it's like 3
Delayed.
seconds.
Yeah, it's
way
delayed sometimes, and it does. And
Sometimes it's good, though.
And sometimes it doesn't. It does it when it's not supposed to. And the flash on clash didn't really change to a white or much of a color that very noticeable.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about our overall feel. To me, I'd probably give this in like the 3 to 3.5 total. Its weight, its look is its main positive for me. It's definitely not its function. Pressing the button, the color of the blade is fine. How you can hold it in your hand. So for mostly it's the look, and being displayed, we haven't showed you guys the stand yet. We'll probably bust that out. The biggest thing to me is its look, and that's its positive aspect to it. To me, some of the functions are very mediocre. What about you, Darth Maul?
I think that the blade's wobbly. That's one thing that I don't really like that we talked about. The sound delayness and just how it sounds is not really clear. And I'd give it like a 3 or a 2 4/5.
Two and 3/4, 2.75, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, again, would we recommend this buy? I would say if you don't want a lot of performance out of it and you just want to kind of display it and think that it's cool as far as how it looks and it feels good in your hand, then you could add it awesome to your collection. But if you want a little bit higher end stuff out of your saber, this probably isn't the one for you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for checking in with the Darth Mauls.
Please like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.
All right, guys. Thanks from the Darth Mauls.
See ya.